Hi Prasoon, welcome to FoodYoga Nutrition Talk. How are you doing today?
Hey Ankush, I'm great. How are you?
All good, thank you. So we have a question for you today from a viewer. Person has been doing, she hails from Virginia in US and she has been doing yoga for quite some time. And she understands that her body requires protein. So she does consume some of the protein sources or even the protein powder. But I have a question there soon, and I guess the person also resonates with me. Is how much protein she should consume? She says she does it arbitrarily. So is there a limit? Is there something or benchmarks? Or how does she decide how much to eat?
Ankush, that's a question that a lot of people do ask because protein is the biggest marketing buzzword that we have seen globally over the last 1 decade, and there are billion-dollar companies that have been set up on this entire premise of offering protein. There were protein supplements that were introduced initially to the gym goers, and then these became fads, and fads have actually now got into the food products that you would find at every supermarket these days. Now, the thing is that if you actually go the science way, if you think in the scientific way, proteins are needed for synthesis and repairing of cells in our body.
Right.
So what happens is that when you are working out, you tend to kind of destroy more of your cells, and obviously those need repairing, and that's why you need protein. So obviously a person who has a sedentary lifestyle, the amount of protein will be proportional to the weight that that person has. So naturally, if somebody is not doing any workout, how much cells regeneration or new cells generation would he need? That would generally basically determine the amount of protein that that person needs. And if somebody is working out, obviously that amount would increase a little bit higher. Now, for a common person who has a body mass ratio of about 25, 26, with a weight of about 80 kgs in that region, between 60 to 80 or 80, he or she would typically need about 55 to 60 grams of protein in a day. 55, when I say, if somebody is at a weight of about 60 kgs, you don't need more than 55 grams of protein. Even less than that is also okay. About 50 grams is also okay. And if somebody is weighing about 80 kgs, they would need typically about 60 grams of protein in a day in a normal sedentary lifestyle. Now, if you're doing workout, now the workout could be of two types. You do yoga and you do basically other strength workout, which are not extremely heavy in terms of the lifting and everything. Then again, you don't add too much of destructions of cell inside your body. Your body doesn't need so much of repairing after the workout. But if you're doing heavy workout, then of course you need more repairing, and you need to really supplement that with higher amounts of protein. So if you are a person weighing about 70 to 80 kg, doing an hour of yoga or running or workout which is not very heavy, then you can add typically about 10 grams of protein above the basic requirement. So if you need about 55 to 60, add about 10 grams. So the total would be about 60 to 70 grams of protein is what you need in your daily on a daily basis. If you consume more than that, obviously that the body will not be able to digest it, and it will either excrete it or it will be accumulated as toxin inside our body. And because protein leads to synthesis of cells, if you have more protein accumulated as toxin inside your body, it can lead to uncontrolled synthesis of cells inside your body, which in the modern science we also know as cancer. And there has been research that say that some animals were injected with high protein injections, and the genome for cancer saw a immediate spike after that. So I recommend that somebody who's doing yoga and is not doing really heavy lifting, then the right kind of food is enough to give you that protein intake that you would need inside your body. I'm a plant eater. I don't eat animals, and I'm able to suffice my nutrition requirement of protein. I do about 1.5 to 2 hours of yoga every day, and my weight is about 60 to 63 kgs. So I typically need about 60 grams of protein, and I'm able to easily get that kind of protein with the diet that I have. So the 3-course meal, above that the nuts and the almonds and some seeds and some fruits, that would typically form the entire daily routine for me. And I think a lot of that meal which I'm eating, which is composed of grains, nuts, legumes, beans, would typically add to the kind of protein that you would need to have. Apart from actually not consuming the supplements, you can actually add high protein meals which are created naturally. So add a lot of legumes, beans to your diet, add millets to your diet. And if you need the right kind of combination, then Sattviko has a great combo of such ingredients which you can find in a Sattviko's meal, food yoga meal. And the simplest and the easiest source is naturally occurring. If you don't get access to nuts, the variety of nuts, just have some peanuts. They are very good source of proteins. And at the same point of time, have some almonds if they are available, and add some legumes and beans to your diet. I think that would, apart from the grains that you eat, that should suffice for a protein requirement in a day.
So I have a quick question there, and I hope the viewers will also have a similar question. So even if you're consuming natural sources, protein through natural sources, let's say that you talk about peanuts, and you tend to consume an extra on a daily basis, does that really still impact, as you said,
No,
CVS?
so generally, anything which is a supplement has high concentration of all the nutrients. So a toxin is anything in high concentration. So if you're eating something naturally, your body will tend to not overeat beyond a point, and you don't tend to accumulate any specific compound or element in a very large quantity. So obviously that doesn't lead to toxication. But if you have supplements which are highly concentrated forms of specific nutrients, then obviously they tend to accumulate if your body is not able to digest it.
Great. So to summarize, if you're doing no workout and you're just living a normal life with a healthy or a normal BMI, 50 to 60 gram of daily protein requirement is sufficient for your body. And if you're doing a normal workout, let's say half an hour or a 45 minutes workout, add an additional 10 gram of protein to your daily requirement, right? And
except when you're doing very heavy workouts, 10 gram is sufficient on top of what you should generally eat.
Yeah, if you're doing very heavy, you should listen to your coach, I'll say.
Yeah. Then you need a trainer and you need a coach for that.
And you rightly said, if you're eating extra protein, especially the concentrated one, you should avoid that because that can cause severe issues. Yes, thank you very much, Prasoon. That was very helpful. And I like to repeat, if our viewers want to ask any question, they can always comment, DM us or email us at feed@sattviko.com, and we will take those questions here. Thank you everyone.